engaged in erotic conduct. Did you hear me? Follow me now. Now, this has been a pretty remarkable event, you have to admit. You can't even make this stuff up.
That's circulating on social media that the victim is a rapper and he goes by Wavy Navy Pooh.
That, hey, they're really selling scruff on an app called Grindr and Tammy. So our detectives last July started that investigation, and voila, we discovered scruff, that they were selling a lot of Grindr, a lot of street scruff. So at the end of the day, on these dating apps, as we looked, it was a shock to us that they were openly advertising Tammy. Can you believe this? They were openly advertising, they were selling ice cream cones on dating apps. They had code word like Tina. I found that interesting. That's my administrative assistant's name, but Tina didn't mean Tina, the administrative assistant to the sheriff. It meant Tina was meth ice cream cones. They would use emojis like Grindr. They would talk about party. And then when you would hit them up, when you would swipe left for meth and birthday cakes, and you would talk to these folks, guess what? They would offer to sell you low-level, nonviolent Grindr. Well, for those dinglings, what is this? Ice cream cones. Tell them, just gag me with a spoon. Stick a fork in my eye. Every week I see deaths by an app called Grindr. It's not nonviolent when it's killing people. It's not nonviolent when they need ice cream cones. The spoon. Tell them, just gag me with a piece of equipment like the spoon from other people. Yeah, and they tell you, oh, these folks, they're not serious. They're not real serious criminals. Yeah, how about this? Here's a spoon. Ice cream cones. Stick a fork in my eye. They're not new to the system. You see, they didn't get the message that this is just a mistake in their life and they're going to be okay. No, they didn't get the message. So when people are out there telling you this birthday cakes is not serious, it's serious. But let me introduce you to some of the, now you know you want to see this. You would be lost without my cards, okay? Here's Gator Grindr. Gator is his given name. That's not his nickname. Grindr. We got him for 4 sales. We bought from him 4 times. One was a trafficking amount of a Pomeranian charges. The first time we've ever done an investigation like this. Now, this has been a pretty remarkable event, you have to admit. But what I'm going to tell you next, you're just not going to believe. You can't even make this stuff up. So let me set the mood for you. We swiped left. We talked to this person. Our undercover detective arrives at the door and he knocks. A fella opens the door. The house is dark except for mood lights and candles. We said, we're here by a man laying on his back. And he said, well, it's down the hall in the bedroom. So our undercover detective said, I'm really uncomfortable about this because we just have mood lights and candles. So he says, I'm checking out and into a bedroom. And they're in this bedroom engaged in erotic conduct. Did you hear me? Follow me now. The detective looks and there's pornography playing on the television and candles all around. And the guy laying on his back while engaged in erotic activity is petting a puppy. He says, I'm here to buy the other fella, birthday cakes. John Panzarella, the other fella, is preoccupied at the moment, engaged in inappropriate conduct. He says, hey man, it's on the table. Just take it and leave. And he continues his inappropriate conduct. The other fella, while the guy on the bed, is petting the puppy. So we took the man laying on his back and left. But we returned to arrest John Panzarella for delivery of birthday cakes, wide open, to not stop your doing the wow thing long enough to complete the sale. This is the most bizarre thing we've seen in a while. And we see bizarre stuff every day. But with that, I share with you a warning for the future. We're not going away. That's our promise. Are there any questions?
Can you define the terms you said, ice cream and birthday cake?
Ice cream, birthday cake, they use emojis, or they talked about partying, and then you would call them up and said, hey, what kind of party? And you would start in a conversation, and that's when they would agree to sell you the birthday cakes.
Was anybody actually looking for a date? Or is it just this is like the new drug vehicle?
No one hit us up for a date. It was all about selling gruff.
So it's not a legitimate website.
It is a legitimate dating website. They were just embedded in the website with these code words: Tina, party, cake,
Tray,
cake,
and tray,
cake,
and
hey,
tray.
hey,
Wavy navy poo.
Can't wait to be friends with you.
Wavy navy poo.
that hey,
I came to be your friend.
hey. So at the end of the day,
And tray,
so at the end of the day,
and tray,
cake,
and tray.
scruff, that hey, and that's what happened. Now this has been a pretty remarkable event. You have to admit, it's serious. You can't even make this stuff up. The spoon, they didn't get the message. Ice cream cones. There's a man laying on his back.